came in from down there. It rained from up there. Come on, lift your Bible. You ain't getting about time to get into the scripture. Come on, say, this is my Bible. Come on, tell the person on the side and say, this is my Bible. And I believe what it has to say unto me. Trying to get back on the word, I'll get the results. The word says, so then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. After I've heard the word, my life be better. So therefore, Father, I thank you in advance for healing, for deliverance, for peace, and prosperity now, in Jesus' name. Amen, amen, amen. You may be seated this morning in the presence of the Lord this morning, and certainly I sense the presence of God. I don't say that just me saying it. I sense the presence of God is in this place. Amen. Thank God for those intercessors this morning, and certainly I just believe God to increase the intercessors. Amen. And we understand we've been teaching about prayer, and we're going to listen. We taught Sunday, Tuesday, and tonight, and then we begin this portion of the series that we've been dealing with in this area of prayer. Amen. So we talked about when we dealing with prayer on last week and the night before that, we talked about the ministration of the spirit of prayer. The ministration of the spirit of prayer. And we talked about that in depth on Sunday, last Sunday morning, and we talked about it more in depth on it last Tuesday. So if you wasn't here last Tuesday, you want to continue on what we'll be talking about, what the Spirit of God was saying concerning the demonstration of the Spirit of prayer, then you need to get hold of Tuesday night tapes. All of our tapes are free tapes. That's all you do. Not have to go and ask for a tape. And when you ask for the tape, it lets me know you're serious about the Word of God, you're serious about evangelism, and you're serious about your church. Amen. So we don't charge you anything. Just get it, because this is one way that we can invest back in your life. I believe in investing in people's lives. Also, I believe on return on it. Amen. So if you invest in people's lives, you share with someone else, that's an investment in the kingdom of God. Amen. You won't never receive unless you're going to be a giver. Giving is so important. Investing in people's lives is so important. Amen. So we want to give you the opportunity to do that. And we can tell by you knocking the door, having enough patience to wait on the tape. And if it's not right, just bring it back. All right, so we talked about the administration of prayer, and last Tuesday night, we went a little in depth on it, but I want to start off where, get my grass out of my pocket. I want to start off here from where we left off at on last week, and I want just a little bit of review from last Tuesday night. It says that we said that the power of prayer is higher than preaching. We put more emphasis on preaching than we do on prayer. Amen. So, as I said earlier, I've traveled this world. I've preached all over the country. Amen. Preached in foreign countries. And I see that when it comes time for prayer, people don't show up. They don't show up for prayer. And prayer is more important than the preaching. But I think that we have everything, we got the cart before the horse, amen? See, people won't give themselves over to prayer, because prayer is so important. Prayer can be very lonely, because you're all alone at times. When you seem like nobody's around, it seems like you don't have time for nothing else, so it becomes lonely. And the reason for that is because we've been putting making other things more priority than we do prayer. In other words, we may sit down and watch television from 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock at night, but then we'll spend 5 minutes in prayer. Don't say amen to me. We don't have any designated time that has been set aside to meet with the King. That's all prayer is. I'm meeting with the Lord. I want to meet with the Lord. Amen. So we have to prioritize our time if we expect to see a move of God. Now keep one thing in mind. I'm not just telling you to do something to soak up your time. I am trying to tell you something that's going to amplify your life, amplify your vision, and your fellowship with God. Most of all, we want to have fellowship with God, right? We don't just want to just wait. Tomorrow I want to die, I'm going to go to heaven, and I'm going to be with the Lord. Listen, we need to be with Him here. You don't have to die to go to heaven to be with Him here. Amen. It had to be something about prayer because Jesus spent many hours in prayer. There's a scripture that he woke up a great while before day and he went to pray. The Bible said that he was in a crowd. He left the crowd. He went to a solitude place to pray. Amen. So, and I can take the scripture where Jesus went to pray. He didn't just go pray in the Garden of Gethsemane. He prayed often. The Bible said he prayed often. He prayed so much that his disciples saw him praying and they asked him this one question: Lord, teach us how to pray. It had to be something or some evidence behind his prayer or some results behind his prayer in order for his disciples to say, Lord, teach us how to pray. So what God is trying to say to us today in this 21st century, you need to learn how to spend some time with me. And in this critical moment that we're living in, where the world is in total chaos, amen? In total chaos, at the brink of war. We're at the brink of war, and everything else is happening all around us. They have already declared that this year, 2018, will be the worst year for storms and tornadoes and hurricanes. They've already predicted it. So would not this be a time that we need to really focus in on God? Come on, say that. Crime is at an all-time high. People are dying from crime. More people die from bullets and knife wounds than they do almost on their regular death. It's time to pray. It's time to seek God. Amen? So we see that. We see that the church must understand that the more I pray, I want to see and I want to hear God. And next it does, it gives me an entrance or a contact with God. I want to contact God. Amen? In the church, there are many gifts. But the most important gift in the church is called prayer. That's a gift. But few take advantage of this gift. Amen? If we pursue this gift of prayer, we will sense his presence. We will sense the outpouring of his spirit in the house. Now, the people who is in much prayer will receive an entrance into the very presence of God. Isn't that what you want? You want an entrance in the presence of God. It's like a doorway. Amen. That leads you into the very presence of God. So we see that at the moment we give an entrance into the very presence of God, then I understand that there is no other kind of way that I can get into the presence of God except through prayer. I can sing, I can preach, I can dance, but none of this. All those things are important. But the most important thing is getting into his presence. Amen? When you get up and pray in the morning time and on your way to work or wherever you may be going, are you sincere or serious? Are you in tune with what you pray? Or are you just praying a simple prayer this morning just to make it sound like I talk to God? Or did you get some directions for the day? As I told you earlier, we pray and we seek God because I need some direction. I need to know what to say. I need to know what to do. I don't know what I'm going to encounter throughout the day. You don't know what you're going to encounter throughout the day. Amen? Things just happen. You don't prepare for danger. You don't prepare for car accidents. You don't prepare for someone to rob you or carjack you. You're not preparing for that. It comes suddenly. So if we stay prayed up, when these situations come, we know how to handle them. I was reading a story about a guy the other day, a preacher the other day, who spent much time in prayer. Much time in prayer. So God all the time. Now, I know two preachers that have done this. And while he was in a service, a guy came up and point blank shot him. Shot him 4 to 5 times. And there was another lady on the side of him. He shot her too. But once they captured this guy, and he was feeling for himself to see, was he bleeding? The bullets bounced off of him, he said, like BBs. But the woman got shot. Come on, say that. God, he went Do you think that he was waiting on this guy to come into the house and shoot him? No, he has spent so much time in prayer that the Holy Spirit covered him at the outset of danger. That's what the Holy Spirit will do for you. He will cover you on the outset of danger because you don't know what's coming or what's going. So the more you pray, the more you will have the protection of God. Hallelujah. It gives you an entrance into his presence. It causes his hands to rest upon you. In other words, there is no other kind of way you can get in his presence except by prayer. You have to understand that prayer is more than favor. Because it's about relationships. I'm developing a relationship with my Heavenly Father. That's one of his desires for us, to have fellowship with us. The scripture says that we may have fellowship with him. Not just with one another, but that we may have fellowship with him. So it's more than favor. It's about relationship with him. It's about fellowship with the living God. Now in Acts chapter 12, we have the story about Peter being put in jail. This is what we ended on Tuesday night. Well, Peter was put in prison, really. He was on the eve of his execution. They had just killed James. Now all this for the word of God's sake. They had just killed James. Cut his head off. And the next day, they were preparing to cut Peter's head off. Amen? Amen? If the death of James was not enough, it was heartbreaking for them to think about that Peter would be next. So what happened was, because of fear of danger that was about to overtake Peter, the whole church generated energy to go down in prayer. As I told you last week or last Tuesday, why should we wait for something to happen before we go down in prayer? Why should we wait until one of our leaders is deathly sick in the hospital before we go down in prayer? Why? There's no reason why we should do that. We should already be prayed up. I'm going to say that. And we stay prayed up, so no matter what happens, the power of God will intervene. So here Peter was in jail, in the prison. The Bible says that an angel appeared to him that night, woke him up out of his sleep, and the shackles fell off his hands, led him to the gate opened up on itself, and he went into the street, and he realized that this thing is not a dream. Have you ever had a dream that seems so real? Come on, say amen. You even say to yourself, this thing was so real, it's just hard to believe that it was just a dream. That's how Peter felt when he walked out in the street. He said, this thing is just like a dream. I can't hardly believe that this thing is really happening. But when he realized, it came to himself that the angel had delivered him from the jail cell. Then he began to go down the street. The Bible says he went down the street and he went to Mary's house. And when he got to Mary's house, he knocked at the door. And when they knocked at the door, and the Bible says that they were in the house praying. The Bible said that they prayed so till they affected heaven to cause the angels to move on his behalf. Knocks at the door. Rhoda answered the door. She goes back and tells Peter at the door. They say, you got to be crazy. This could not be. Peter goes. In their mind, they said, Peter can have his head cut off in the morning. Peter's in jail. Peter's in stocks. But you say he's at the door? Yes, he's at the door. So when she let him in, and they were shocked for the wonder of God. What am I saying? Stop praying for stuff that you don't believe in. They were praying in unbelief. They did not believe that Peter was going to be let out of jail. But the Bible said they were with amazement. They said she was crazy. It had to be Peter's spirit. Say, oh no, it's Peter. It's the real Peter. He's at the door. The church, when generated enough energy to go down in prayer, so the power of God could be in demonstration. Wouldn't that be wonderful in our day and time? If we come into the house of God and pray and see the hand of God moving, wouldn't that be wonderful? Only got a few out on that. Wouldn't that be wonderful? One of the pastors that I listen to every week on television, I very seldom miss miss his teaching. I love his teaching because I call him my television mentor.